All right, how's everyone doing today? Welcome to my channel. Thanks for tuning in. And this is an educational channel where we look at all kinds of things that you probably don't know anything about because they've been suppressed. You have to do a great amount of digging to get to it. The powers that be don't want you to know this stuff. And the powers that be turn up in uh, diverse places. Um, and this is a segment that we have called the Q-tip of the spear, where I look at the cutting edge, the coverage of the cutting edge of the info war, the uh, war between the globalists and the patriots, the um, sovereign individualists against the Illuminati, the hidden hand, the conspiracy, the powers that be. And because the patriots outnumber the elite globalists by 10,000 to 1 or more, they're actually going to win this because people don't tend to fall back asleep once they're awake. And that was the main advantage that the globalists had for the last 6, 7, 8, 80, 100, 500,000 years is that they knew what the history was. They knew what was going on, and they didn't tell us what it was. And they basically created us. Um, they didn't create life, and they didn't create humans, but they used some genetic engineering to create us, um, and endowed us with some great abilities that, you know, um, showed that they knew what they were doing with their genetics. Um, but they didn't tell us any of that. And they had us calling them Lord and God and King. Um, didn't really, you know, and they deserved it to a certain extent because their technology was um, enough to astound us. And, they could uh, snap their fingers and uh, you know provide abundance for us or provide famine for us, and we were totally dependent on them. Um, and gradually over the years, they gave us some sovereignty, some independence. There were some of them, including the primary genetic engineer, who loved us, and we were a favorite, and we were also somewhat attractive to them, or at least the females. I think the males too were attractive to these people, and so in some scandalous events, they had sexual relations with the humans and created races of hybrids of various mixes. And there might have been some more genetic engineering along the way. And so our DNA got wrapped up with theirs even more than it already was. And and uh, we gained a lot of favor from that. And we were invested with the knowledge. Some of us were invested with the knowledge of the overall picture of what was going on. But in general, we stayed entirely asleep to it. And it's only been in the 21st century, maybe in the late 20th century, that we gradually started to put the pieces together. the rise of the internet, um, mass communication, uh, education. They had to keep us educated just to be their servants and their slaves. They had to keep us at least within a generation or two of the technology that they had, or, maybe three or four or whatever, but within striking distance of what they had, or else we wouldn't be able to follow their instructions. So they had to kind of keep us up to speed to a certain level. And some of us parlayed that into kind of a full understanding of what was going on, but uh, we hadn't been able to really communicate that to other people. But with greater mass communication, and that's why you can find relics of this story in very old writings. Some people did know what was going on, but they just couldn't really communicate it in more than just parables or symbolic language to. And that's why when you look at the mythology from around the world, you have to look at it literally. These are, even in the Old Testament, um, when you're talking about Yahweh Elohim or Jehovah, this is not God. This is a flesh and blood individual who is superior to us in intelligence and in technology, but is not God. This is a being who is a smoking addict, who is jealous and zealous and angry and vengeful and undecisive and um, obsessive compulsive and, you know, every personality disorder in the book. Uh, and he sets out religion that is not religion, it is obeisance. The commandments and all of the moral strictures are not to, you know, target our becoming better human beings. They are the touchstone, the basic criteria is, are we able to follow Yahweh's uh, commands? Doesn't have anything to do with right or wrong. Now, they wanted us to be basically good people because that's minimal maintenance for them. They don't want to have to come, you know, uh, break up civil wars all over the place all the time. They wanted to have an orderly society of their slaves or servants or whatever. And so, they wanted us to be good people, but that wasn't you know, that wasn't what religion was about. It was about, can we obey? Can we obey Yahweh or Jehovah, which is translated as God, but means just about anything but. It means some flesh and blood individual who is giant in stature and much bigger than us in terms of intellectual capacity um, and just the knowledge of prior history, along with technology. And so, but gradually over the years, we began to kind of piece this together and figure it out and spread it around. And now it's at the point where literally millions, if tens of millions of us maybe we don't know the precise story, but we have a general idea that there is an overall conspiracy keeping us down of a tiny group of elites who basically control us through their technologies and their mind control. And that if we can break the spell, we can defeat them because we outnumber them 10,000 to 1. And so, when they first came here, even after thousands of years, there were only 600 of them or 900 of them. 600 on the ground and 300 in the air. And so, I mean, even Now their wedge is the useful idiot, so called, the ones of us that they get to do their bidding, you know. And so if we can wake them up, uh, that's really what the task is. Okay, well, that is kind of the general lay of the land as I see it. Um, like, share, subscribe, comment, contribute, and let me know how you disagree with what I'm saying. Um, all right. Thanks for tuning in today, and have a great